Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another 5 a.m. Club podcast.
Let's go.
Something that has been on my mind all week since the last time we talked. Well, actually, we talked about it, but the volume wasn't working again.
Hey, don't.
But something that I've been really wanting to talk about lately is living a purposeful life.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and jump right into it. For me. My purpose was not just like something I woke up one day and boom, like I had it. This is what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. It was a constantly evolving thing. And I think that through life experiences and honestly wasting a lot of time and looking for fulfillment in the wrong places is what has slowly brought me to where I'm at now. But even in the last week alone, I've had changes to what I feel my purpose is. Not the core belief of it, but how exactly I use that in my life. So I think for me, if you can just ask yourself, someone asked me this week, if you can ask yourself this, what do you want people to remember about you? Or the way I like to say it, what do you want your legacy to be?
Because legacy.
Once you know what you want people to say about you when you're gone, you can then figure out what you need to do with your time on earth to live according to that.
Yeah. I think it's like that point that you said, that it's never a fixed thing. It's always an evolving thing, right? Your purpose can be one thing one day and then another thing another day, but it's always about making sure that there's like an end goal to that purpose. You know what I mean? Like always striving to do better and never kind of letting off the gas. That's kind of what I think about it. I think finding your purpose, it's a difficult thing if you have like no outlook on what you want to do at all. God damn, what the fuck am I saying?
I mean, I thought it was pretty straight.
Yeah. I want to click on to one thing that you just said because I tweeted it, but in alignment with what you just said, and not that this is exactly with your purpose, but success in general. Mm-hmm. Success is the persistent pursuit of your potential. So as long as you are every day trying to strive to improve and trying to live a more purposeful life, you will fall into line with what your purpose is meant to be. Because I don't think any of us are going to sit here and say that we just, I woke up, this is what I'm supposed to do with the rest of my life every day. This is it.
No,
like
100%.
It's purposeful.
It's not that simple. I wish it was. Trust me, I spent a lot of time in meditation and prayer thinking that it was just gonna happen like that, but it doesn't. But what I do get is I get little visions of like, this is what I want people to know about me. Okay. If this is what I do, I work the problem backwards. This is what I want people to know about me, or this is how I want to help people. Okay, boom. And this is what I have to do to do that. Yeah. So work the problem backwards. Start with, what do you want people to remember about you one day? What do you want your legacy to be? And then decide, what do I have to do in my daily life to do that?
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think finding your purpose is also getting lucky, but lucky, you have to kind of break down what getting lucky is, right? It's like you putting in that work for somebody to notice or for something to kick off. So for me personally, it's like I've been doing videography. Finally, people start to notice, clients start to roll in, like things start to happen little by little within finding my purpose. You know what I mean? Like, so I really think on top of finding your purpose, it's about getting lucky. But like I said, putting that work in so those things start to happen and your purpose starts to roll around.
And I don't even think it's luck. I think you just hit on something really big there. Success and living a purposeful life both come from getting out there and taking a chance, experience something.
Yeah.
You are not going to fall into your life's purpose by sitting in your room. That is just 100%. Not going to happen. I don't believe, at least. No. You have to get out there and try different things. Because even if you are sitting in your room and you fall in love with video games and you start streaming and you get big, okay. But what else have you done? Because you could leave your room and you could go on your first international trip and something could change your life forever, and you just figured out.
You might find another thing you want to do. You might find a new purpose.
Yep, and that's why it constantly evolves, but it's from experience. You've got to be out there doing things. You got to be putting yourself out there. The first time that I made content with David, when I re-downloaded social media and was like, all right, I'm going to do this. Like, it was uncomfortable, but I did it. And I remember texting somebody after we did it, and he was like, how was it? And I was like, I actually liked it.
I love it.
Like, I'm going to do this more. So you never know. You just get out there, try things, even if it freaks you out. When there's this quote from a movie, when you're scared, that's when you jump.
That's like the best quote, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have heard of this.
Life.
But I mean, being comfortable being uncomfortable is the best fucking quote you can live by, buddy.
But he's big into his cold plunges right now, so he's all about being comfortable.
Don't get me started, buddy. Don't get me started. Listen, guys, finding your purpose, finding happiness, finding those key things that make you want to keep driving in an upward direction come from doing things that are uncomfortable. You're not going to get to where you need to get to if you are sitting at home, staying comfortable, watching TV, chilling on the couch. I promise you're not going to get anything by doing that. Go put yourself in situations where it feels uncomfortable, but it's going to push you to do better and be better.
Yep. I mean, you got to think of it I look at it as like a car. If you want to figure out the potential of your car, you cannot sit at 200 RPMs.
No.
I mean, like, what are you going to find out?
Yeah.
I mean, that's where I let my car sit idle to jump somebody's car. That's just enough to get it going.
Yeah.
You've got to push the car to figure out where the limits are, and the same thing goes in your life. If you want to figure out what your potential is, you want to figure out what your purpose is, you're gonna have to push yourself outside of your comfort zone.
Put your foot on the gas, get the turbo spinning, and let's go. Let's go.
Get into cold plunge. It's not that hard.
Get in the cold plunge. It's oh my gosh.
When your pecker gets in, it gets real.
Hey, it disappears on you. But hey, you find it later, all right? But no, don't get me started on cold plunging. Jesus.
Yeah,
listen,
he fucking
guys.
loves it right now.
Guys. I just need to say this.
It's gonna turn into the cold plunge.
I'm on the
Right,
cold
We're
plunge
gonna be
podcast.
sitting in the fucking cold plunge just doing the podcast.
Listen, I've been posting on my stories. If this gets clipped, I know you guys are pissed off and annoyed already. But listen, cold plunging, I love it. 4th day, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's so uncomfortable, but I love it because it's uncomfortable.
I want to see him. I want to be out there tomorrow at 5 a.m. at his place, showing him sitting there. It's amazing. It's
I
so
promise.
I'm getting comfortable. The other guy would have shown him that when he just gets his big toe in there. And
Yeah,
he's like,
right.
I mean, Kobe,
cool.
I got bad news for you, bro. He's
What's up?
actually looking pretty comfortable in that
He's
fucking
looking comfortable?
water. He's sitting there like, listening.
You walk
That's what
out.
it
He
looks
closes
like.
his bedroom door.
Oh, no, when he gets out, he's jumping around. But when he's in there, he's chilling.
Listen, you have to find that inner peace. And that's what I actually love about that cold plunge. It really, listen, most people, think about this. Most people are, I don't want to say most, but a lot of people are literally just sitting on their couch doing absolutely nothing with their life, right?
It's called social media.
I'm trying to separate myself from those people as much as possible. So I'm trying to do everything that those people are not willing to do. Cold plunging is one of those things. No person I know that is comfortable is going to hop in a fucking almost freezing tub of water for 5 minutes and sit there and then get out and be excited about that. They're going to be pissed off if they have to do it. And most likely you're just not going to do it in general. So that's why I'm just like, this is why I'm doing this. First of all, it's positive. It's benefits up the ass. There's so many benefits.
What benefits?
Oh, you want me to go through the benefits? Okay, buddy. No, but literally, so many benefits come from this.
30 minutes later, and guys, that's what I'm telling you. Cold plunge.
No, there's so many benefits. Literally, it goes from immune system to mental to physical. Like it's literally, it hits the nail on everything except financial. But even then, if you're doing that, you're gonna get rich. Let's go. Let's get it.
You know the craziest part about the cold plunge, though? You said the mental part, right?
Yep.
I have never processed so many thoughts than that 3 minutes I was fucking sitting in that shit.
Literally.
I have never thought of so much in my life.
Bro.
It was the fastest 3 minutes ever.
It's most likely the biggest shock that most people are gonna have in their whole life.
Oh, absolutely. But it makes you think about a lot of shit. It makes you think about all the shit that you actually fucking hate, and then it makes you look at it like, oh, that shit ain't nothing compared to this right here.
It's not.
So,
yeah.
do you feel like it's good creative thinking time, or is it more just like all the thoughts are just coming and going, or is it more? I'm trying to figure out if it's more creative thinking time or if it's more meditating time. Like, are a lot of thoughts coming, or are you running with a certain thought and getting more detailed with it?
It is honestly both. I want to say two things on that. One, I think it is great creative time because that's why I posted this immediately today. It was a little bit difficult with this new type of post for me because I've never done it before. But being in there, I was like, okay, I did that. I wouldn't have done it if these niggas wasn't standing around me like, get in the fucking water. I wouldn't have done it. But I was like, okay, so it won't be so bad. I can probably do this. I can do this for the rest of the year. This is some hard shit that I can do and add to my schedule. As for the meditative part, I don't think that I've kind of learned with meditating that you don't always have to have a silent mind to meditate, but more so going back on what I said, like transcribing your thoughts, slowing them down, evaluating them, and cleaning out your mind, really. So with my meditation, sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's bleak, but sometimes I'm thinking about everything that I need to do and everything that could be done better. So with meditation, I mean, it's both in the tub. You decide. It's however you cope and get through the pain.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's definitely like a million thoughts at a second, because it's like your body goes into a complete shock. It's literally your body is telling you, get the hell out of the water, and you're not. It's like, yo, get out of the water, or like sink, like we're done.
I low-key want to go get in it right now. I don't know why.
Oh no, trust me, we're going to. Don't worry about that. No, but
this is all he's thinking about now.
Literally, no, literally.
I'm excited for it though. I don't know why.
No, you get excited. It's like, all right, challenge of the day. Let's do it.
Let's fucking get it.
But for me, it's your body literally telling you to get out of the water, and then you staying in that water, and then your body saying, oh shit, we're not getting out of the water. Like, let me start adjusting to this.
We here to stay.
Yeah. It's literally your body getting in shock and saying, get the hell out of the water. But instead you stay there, and your body's like, oh shit, I guess we're going to stay there. I guess we're not leaving this cold ass water right now. So it starts to adjust to that temperature. And I feel like, looping back to everything, that's how everything is. At the beginning, it's always a shock. It's always difficult. It's always shitty. And then once you get adjusted to it, it becomes natural. It becomes easy. And then you have to, put your body through another shock and another shock and another shock. So, I mean, I guess with cold plunging, that's just adding more time, or going into cold plunge, going into sauna, going into cold plunge. You just want to keep adding to that difficulty level, because everything becomes easy once you do it for a little bit.
Yeah, once you've mastered your mind, I mean, you can make yourself do anything at that point.
True.
Like all the cold plunges, your shock to your body is nothing but preparing your body for something hard. That's all it is.
True.
It's not hurting you.
Yeah.
So if you can very purposefully control that feeling, you are much better off at controlling other hesitations throughout your life, whether it's going after a business venture, hopping on social media, or doing a podcast, whatever it may be. Put yourself in that situation over and over again. It'll be easy as fuck.
Let's go.
So now that we learned all about David's cold plunges,
I like the cold.
learned our lesson, not bringing that back up.
I like it. I'm sorry.
Now what I want to know is some of the life experiences that you guys have gone through that helped you find your purpose, or even more, just shaped you into the man that you are today.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. I think for me, it was, everybody goes through it. Everybody goes through it, but it's being rejected by a girl you like.
The heartbreak.
The heartbreak.
It all starts there.
Yeah, heart starts there, and then, and then other things come, and then you fail, and then you succeed, and it's a whole bunch of things like that. But for me, I think 100%, I think the girl breaking my heart at the beginning of my life, first of all, it got me into my fitness journey, which completely changed my perspective on a lot of things. I mean, once you become, once you start working on your physique, it makes you confident in so many other ways that it's like,
He's talking about being jacked.
Yeah,
and handsome.
It's almost like undescribable how much confidence you get just from being fit. You know what I mean?
As a man, I feel like to go out in the world and build anything, before you want to go out there and build a business, go build your physique first. Because
build yourself.
It's not easy it's not fucking easy at all to go out there and build $1 million business. But I'll tell you what, it's not easy to go out there and lose 10 pounds. It's not. It's really not easy to go out there and put 10 pounds of lean muscle on.
Yep.
So start with building yourself first, and then go out there and use that momentum to go out there and build other things, build your businesses, build your relationships, build your personal success.
Yeah. 100%.
I mean, that's one of the best parts about being a man is you get to build yourself up.
Yeah, literally.
That's the best part.
That's all we're builders.
You start from fucking zero. I mean, we was playing fucking Minecraft and we made cities and shit. Like, come on now.
Dude, literally. But I mean, it's a fact. Men are the happiest when we're building shit.
Right.
I mean,
if we're not constructing or working together or creating, that's our happiest time right there.
Yeah.
100%.
I think so. I mean, bro, kind of looping back, that was one of the major things for me. Getting bullied, another major thing for me. I mean, I don't think bullying is good in any way, but I feel like it's almost necessary. It's like a necessary evil in life to get bullied, because it makes you want to be better. Whatever they're bullying you about, you're a fat ass. Okay. It bullies you. Now you want to get fit like that.
Okay, I can tell I've been saying that to him too much.
Listen, guys, it's just been no, but yeah, you're fat, blah, blah, blah. You're stupid. Okay, get more educated. You look weird, blah, blah, blah. Okay, get into fashion, like get a haircut, like start caring about your hygiene, doing all these things. It's really in that middle school, high school ranges when you kind of start caring about these things. And I think that builds you into the person you are today. And then you kind of just keep expanding and growing and growing and growing from those things.
and that's a never ending thing. I mean, the little pokes and jabs that we make at each other, although they're jokes, are still things that we're definitely going to go back and be like, all right, well, you know what?
I mean,
when I get a 6-pack, what's Fatty David going to say to me?
No, literally. I mean, I could go through Chubby Boy Colby and Late Jay over here.
Late Jay.
The fuck?
Late Jay, never on time.
Jay
to
over
nothing.
here quiet, looking around. He comes in here, Late Jay.
Jay's looking at his watch. Hey, I'm late to another meeting. Let's go.
I mean, it's kind of facts, though. Not gonna lie.
KB boy, but it's literally those things. Hopefully, Jay's on time next time, and Colby's not fat. But hey, it's.
Well, I got news for you. I think I speak for me and Jay.
Yep.
Hopeless.
Okay.
Fuck you. That was a given. Fuck you.
Well, we got two different mentalities over here. All right. No, but I think we're joking about it, obviously, and I think this is another cool thing about being guys.
We are. You know that?
We're not joking. Anyways, I think that's low-key another cool thing about being guys, because I don't think girls can do that well. But we can joke and pick. We can joke and pick around and
pick around.
Pick around.
Pig around. This is a new one.
Yeah,
you heard it here first on 5 a.m. Club.
You would hear
that. Around.
You would hear that, huh?
You see, he's just got to come back in with something over here.
Oh man, no, but yeah, 100%. Those hardships create us today, 100%.
Absolutely, they build your character.
Yep. So I mean, I kind of want to go back to like maybe what was the turning point for you guys?
Fucking heartbreak.
Was it heartbreak?
Heartbreak.
Yeah, I think 100%. I think it was heartbreak
because it's a fucking slap in the face. Your ego gets crushed.
Yeah.
And you have to rebuild yourself from there.
You look at that's another thing. You look at yourself in the mirror and you're like,
you're a bitch.
What? No, you're like for me it was like, why'd she say no? And then I'm like, all right, I got to fix this, and this.
You just made me think of this. Every man goes through, we're calling it heartbreak, but what it can be is a heartbreak, a rejection, a friend zone, something that makes you realize that you're not him. And when I say him, when you reach that peak version of yourself, when you walk in a room and you're just like, I'm him. There's a certain energy when you walk in the room. Other people just know, like I walked in the room, like,
yeah.
And it's one of those ones. I got it off the Instagram. Like that's him when it's like guys showing their physique, and then it's like his ex looking and like her new man, and it's like who's that? That's him. Yeah,
that's
him. Like the 2023, that's him. So there was a couple different ones for each pillar. So I've got 4 pillars for you for life: faith, fitness, family, and finance. And the first one of those that trickled for me was the fitness one. It wasn't as much heartbreak as much as it was. I had like a summer challenge with a group of friends of mine of like who could have like the biggest body transformation that summer. And so everyone sent a picture in of your upper body without a shirt off. And needless to say, I got the shit roasted out. I was weighing in about $185, 30 to 35% body fat. So if you know your numbers, it ain't looking pretty.
High numbers, high numbers.
They're high numbers. They're very round numbers.
It's a little jiggle, yeah.
No, not a lot of jiggle. Not a lot of jiggle.
A little bit.
Solid, like drums, like Patrick from SpongeBob.
Oh, geez.
So you had that shit tucked in.
Yeah.
Beer belly on lock.
Yo, that muffin.
Wasn't drinking though. Wasn't drinking. Wish I could say it was a beer belly.
Nah, he was just eating good.
And that right there sparked it. Like that, I remember from that day forward, I literally was never the same, because I realized right then, like for me to get in shape, it was changing my lifestyle. And so making fitness a part of my daily routine and not getting on a diet. I've never been on a diet, but getting healthier with my food options, and I stopped eating as much Bojangles, and I started eating a little bit more cooked food at home. And that little change alone for me, because you got to understand, I lived literally 20 feet from a Bojangles my entire life. So I had a little path through the trees to Bojangles. Like I ate a lot of
I saw that path.
It was the Colby path.
Yeah, no, it was. It still did to this day. I haven't been through it in years and years and years, but because I did it so much when I was younger, that path is still there. I mean, it looks like the Appalachian trails go through there.
Fucking.
I love it. Love it. I love it.
So yeah, that was the first one for me. And once I got my fitness together, I mean, that was just a momentum changer. It was a big thing. I went from focusing on exterior motivation and trying to please myself through women, alcohol, having a good time, food,
basically
feelings.
all the vanity, right?
Vanity, feelings, little dopamine rushes. And then instead I realized that not having what do you call it when you like delayed gratification? I learned about delayed gratification for the first time in my life, and I was able to take that into my relationships and improve my family. I was able to take that into business and improve my finances. I was able to take that into my faith, and all of it was just full circle, got me moving in the right direction. But for me, it started with fitness and faith, definitely, and then those two things were the pillars for me to build the rest up.
Yeah, that's dope. I mean, I think all of our things kind of go back to fitness. So if you're a man out there or, under 18 and you're like, what can I do to better myself? And you're not doing anything physical, the first thing you need to do is hit the gym.
Yep.
That's literally the first thing you need to do. After that, then think about healthy choices in eating, and then on and on and on and on and on. But the first thing you need to do.
Do you feel like shit? Are you lacking confidence? Are you not where you want to be financially? All of those things. If you not only go get in the gym, but if you set goals fitness wise and you start working to achieve them, because no one here is trying to lie to you. This is not a quick process. I mean, it took me 3 years to get my body to where I really wanted it to be. And it took at least 3 months to even start seeing changes. But if you can be okay with that delayed gratification and start putting that time in, I mean, you're going to see leaps and bounds long term.
I mean, if you can eat shit and learn to work for free, you will honestly go a lot farther than expecting results immediately.
What I want to get from everybody to try to leave y'all with something here today is what we have been incorporating into our daily routines to keep ourselves in check with our purpose in life, because once you figure that out, that's fantastic, but it is no easy game. There's going to be constant times that you have to realign your life to stay on track. So I want to hear what are some things that you guys do that I can try to incorporate, and so can everybody else.
I mean, countless distractions. Like you said, like once you find that purpose, there's going to be countless distractions. So, I mean, one, I keep saying over and over again, get your physical correct, and those distractions will slowly disappear. Health problems will disappear. Stress will disappear. Mental problems will disappear. The more things that can not affect you and distract you, the better. So get in the gym, get active, start to build up a sweat, burn those calories, do what you need to do. And yeah, I think that's definitely mine.
Sweet. Jay?
One of the positive things that I like to do for myself is, I've touched on it a little bit, really just confronting yourself, talking to yourself. It'll make you sound crazy, but if there's something that you don't want to do, or if there's something that you know that you should be doing, like you know that you need to edit something, or you know you should turn your notifications off to complete this project or whatever it may be, really talk to yourself and clear your mind. But when you're talking to yourself, make it very clear what you need to do and what you do not need to do. If you know what you do not need to do, you know what to do to get there, and you can make the plan and you can execute it. I mean, you can make excuses all day long, but if you make sure that you know in your mind what not to do, instead of ignoring it and being like, I'm going to get on my phone, I'm just going to do this real quick, it'll only take a second. Make sure you don't do that. Tell yourself, I cannot get on my phone, I have to keep doing this.
Yeah, I love that.
Just talk to yourself.
I have learned more talking to myself than talking to anybody out there. This was a realization I honestly just had in the last few months. I used to think that like all the answers were out there in books, or were out there like talking to people, like having the conversations we had. And those things are fantastic, and that's how you grow, which will spark new thoughts in your head. But the truth is, all the answers to life are actually found inside yourself.
You will learn a lot about yourself
for your own life.
Talking to yourself.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, 100%.
Sit on the end of your bed tonight, 10 minutes, 20. If you can only do 10 minutes, once you start having a good conversation, you're going to be there for hours.
Dude, 5 minutes is great, honestly.
Yeah. Sit on the end of the bed, ask yourself some tough questions, and be honest with yourself. So before I give my beautiful tip that I think can take you to a whole nother level, I want to say go back to our first podcast and listen to some of the tips that we gave for your morning routine, because if you can go to battle with yourself in the morning, you can go to battle with the world throughout the rest of your day. And to wrap things up here, I've got something that I've given to both of these guys that we all have up on our walls.
Oh, shit.
This is a life calendar. It was a gift given to me by Nikita, and this is a game changer. Basically what you do is every one of these dots is a week of your life. And so every Sunday night you sit down and you mark off the weeks. So all of us are somewhere in this 20 range right here. So all of ours are marked through here. And this calendar goes to 88, but the average male life expectancy in America is actually 78. So it's right here.
It's like 23 now.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I'm being serious.
Anyways, every Sunday night you get to sit here and look at this, and you watch your time slowly fade away, and you realize like my time is not is not unlimited, and I need to be spending it the right way. So every Sunday night I sit there and I mark through that week. And for me, when that Sharpie hits that week, like I don't know about for y'all, but for me, it's like, damn, that week is gone. And it's a great time to have a conversation with myself and be like, okay, was I living in accordance to my purpose this week? And I'm going to give you one even better. On a piece of paper, write down the kind of man or the kind of woman you want to be and where you want to be that you're not now. Have that next to this. And I do that. And I look at that when I'm doing this. And oh man, I'm telling you, like, you will keep yourself in check like nobody's business.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally seeing your life pass by you. So it's a visual on seeing your life pass by you. So yeah, 100%. I think it's pretty important to have, and honestly, like a really good tool.
Put your life in perspective, though.
Yeah. Put it somewhere that you will see it every single day, right when you wake up, right when you go to sleep. Make it be the first thing you see, and maybe even the last thing you see every night.
Yep. Put it next to your vision board, honestly.
Yeah, that's where mine is. So.
Yep, and I've got a surprise not only for you guys, but for these boys. 2023 challenge. Stay tuned. We're going to spin a globe. We're going to hit a spot, and we're going to do a pod there.
Oh, shit. Yep. Let's go. Let's go. You heard it here first. This is the second podcast. We've recorded it like 5 times, but it's the second one, guys. I hope you guys have all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. 5 a.m. Club. Original 5 a.m. Club.
Yep.
This is it.
See you in the cold plunge tomorrow. 5 a.m., baby.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.